Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome to the unveiling of, well, as you know, my father, my late father was an inventor, and you're here for the unveiling of his last invention. Of course you are. Of course you are. Well, the curtains weren't supposed to be open just yet, so if we can have them closed now, please. Thank you. We're so sorry about this. We'll be with you in a few minutes. 15 minutes. Good God, man, have you just been standing there? Didn't you say anything? Now, Knightsbridge, I know that you're my father's assistant, but do you really need to be here? Surely I can operate the machine myself. It seems simple enough. I turn this handle here and pull the lever at the... Very well. Just stand there and do whatever you're supposed to be doing, and I'll practice my speech. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this
Teddy!
Oh no.
Teddy! There you are, Teddy! I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm just catching up with some of your father's chums.
Oh yes, good.
Did you know there's an open bar next door?
No, but I've worked it out now, thank you, Mother.
Why don't we have an open bar?
Because this is a serious scientific presentation, Mother.
Of course it is, darling. Yes. And who's going to be presenting the serious science?
Well, I am.
Oh. Can we get anybody?
No, but I want to do it. And besides, the Royal Society said it would be fitting.
The Royal Society can't decide on the fittings for their shitters.
Oh, Mother, please.
I'm teasing you, Teddy. I'm teasing you. I'm very proud of the way you're always trying to be a real scientist. Like
I am a real scientist.
Is she just like that? That's the spirit. Keeps you going, trying, unlike some
Mother!
people.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, old bean. I haven't missed anything, have I?
No, we haven't started yet, so if you could just go and wait in the bar next door and get out of the way.
Haven't started yet, Teddy. Some of us have business to attend to this afternoon.
So why are you even here?
Teddy?
I wouldn't expect you to understand the small business matters like this, but apparently there's a will reading this afternoon.
Yes. Rather bizarre final last request of your father's.
I'm sorry, the will? But why?
Teddy, I didn't understand your father when he was alive. Do you think he'll suddenly make more sense now he's dearly departed?
Anyway, I've had quite enough of this waiting around already. Is someone going to fetch us from the bar next door when you're ready to start? Why don't you have a bar, Teddy?
Serious science! What does he mean by us?
Ugh, don't get me started on that.
That?
That is his fiancée.
He got engaged?
Yes, I know. I mean, I suppose it's a bit of a shock. And your father and I were much older.
No, it's not that. He found somebody to put up with him?
Teddy,
Yes, Mother?
stop raising valid points about your brother.
Thank you, Mother. She must be mad or desperate or have no personality.
She's French.
Oh. That would explain it.
I need another drink.
Really?
Teddy, you want to join me in the bar?
No, Mother, I think you need a clear head for this one.
Oh, for the serious science.
Yes, Mother, the
I'm
science.
sure they'll think it's lovely and it won't explode.
Thank you, Mother.
See you.
Goodbye, Mother. Right. What was I? Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Shine your shoes, Governor!
I beg your pardon?
Shine your shoes, Governor! Diffies!
No. So how did you get in here? This is
Shine your shoes! See, can I? So what's this high-note hairbrush and bereavement malarkey all about then?
the unveiling of my father's last invention.
Oh, why is it his last?
He's dead.
Oh, that'd pickle an herring or two. Good thing you planned it that way then.
Well, he didn't know that he was... Look, who are you?
Oh, me, I'm just a local street urchin from the streets of London. Shine your shoes, clean your cap, polish your windows with the cap. And then burn your coal, dig your grave, walk your whippet, smash your windows.
Is that even a Cockney accent?
Yeah, we're in the Mersey.
Scottish?
Oh, you never were in touch with the common man, Paddington. Or woman, for that matter.
Maida?
It's Professor Vale now, actually. I just got tenure at King's. They were very impressed with the paper I gave at Winter Conference.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and everyone has something nice to say about your paper.
Really?
Oh, yes. No one can talk about it without a smile on their face.
How charming.
It's fine. Once you've done one conference, you're always invited to join the Royal Society. Well, almost always.
My membership is awaiting further evaluation following further research into the fields.
I'm not your father, and the Royal Society is terribly exclusive. Ah, Knightsbridge, lovely to see you.
He knows that.
The Royal Society's secret handshake? Well, of course he does. You don't think your father would hire just anyone as a lab assistant, do you? I mean, goodness, if he was going to hire anyone, he could have hired you. No offence. What are you doing down there?
Tying your shoes.
Is that Australian?
Yeah.
Major, you made it!
Victoria, it's lovely to see you.
Yes,
You know my mother?
your mother knows many people, Teddy. Your mother has a life beyond paying for your latest explosion.
That wasn't quite what I meant.
Your mother met Major at one of your father's conferences.
We bonded over shared interests.
Gin. My Major, you simply must hide me. Trafalgar's here. And he's brought Mademoiselle Angèle.
The French heiress?
Yes!
You brought her here?
Yes! And she's...
Yes,
oh,
brother?
truly an angel in name and in face and general decorum.
Thank you, brother. Oh, Professor Vale, how lovely to see you.
You know that. You?
The Royal Society secret handshake? Yes, of course. I made a small donation to the society last week, and they were kind enough to accept my application. You mean you don't know it? Ah, Urchin. Shoes?
Shoes, Governor!
Now, Maida, I don't believe you've had the pleasure of meeting my fiancée yet. Mademoiselle Angèle Islington of the Paris Islingtons.
Pleasure to meet you.
Bonjour. Trafalgar, qu'est-ce que c'est la baguette à la croissant de l'Eiffel Tower?
She doesn't actually speak any English, though, so...
Mais le Champs-Élysées, les Republic of Napoleon?
but, you know, French is so beautiful, you don't need to really understand it.
Quite.
Maida, I think we should go and discuss our shared interests again.
See you all later, everyone. Have a nice time.
Trafalgar, je voudrais aller le Château Olivet, aller le Jean-Paul Gaultier, Chanel.
Now, dear, I've told you this before. You have to learn to speak English, otherwise no one can understand you.
Mais le Seine, le Loire, le Château, le vin.
Oh, Tower of London, halberd, beefeater, old man!
Oh, really? Arc de Triomphe, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité?
Oh, sailing up the rivers of shit covered in donkey oil!
Hey, la Bastille, les Républiques, the Grande République, Napoleon, oui!
Oh, Queen of England, Victoria, shaving a weasel!
Oui!
Oh, it's lovely to see you getting involved in some culture, dear.
Oh, oui!
Now,
Oh God, are you still here? We're about to start.
Paddington, calm down. Now, I don't think you actually met my fiancée yet.
But
Now,
hardly this is the time.
Paddington, this is Angèle. Angèle, this is Paddington, the failed scientist.
I'm not a failed science.
God, man, she's French, not a Gorgon. Try and show a few manners for once in your life.
Angèle Islington, of the Paris Islingtons.
Paddington charmed, I'm sure. Trafalgar, we're about to start. Could you please go and retrieve Mother from the bar?
Oh, yes, I
Maybe.
can.
Yes.
No, well, I'll just leave you two to get acquainted then.
What are you doing
What are
here?
you doing
I
here?
have every right to be here. Why are you engaged to my brother?
Why is he your brother?
I don't have much choice in the matter, and believe me, I wish I did.
You can't say anything. You can't say anything about that, about it to English, about it.
Oh, nonsense, good as a wink to a blind hippo falling down the apples and oranges, so my father always says.
Why does he have such a ridiculous accent?
I have
Come
no
on, Mother.
idea.
Oranges
A little
doesn't
bit
drive
further,
me
you have the
crazy.
gin.
Give me that.
Oh, Lincoln.
Oh, right, just get out of the way so I can start. Knightsbridge jacket, please. Knightsbridge? Never mind.
Sorry, are you presenting it?
Yes.
Could you not get anyone?
Oh, please, don't be too harsh on my poor brother. I mean, he's untalented enough as it is. No, he's well qualified enough for this most simple of tasks, which a blind monkey could really perform. And the machine will be doing most of the speaking anyway, so he's fairly redundant.
Break their legs, darling.
Thank you, Mother.
Oh, put somebody races with you.
Oh, weasel.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this, the unveiling of my late father's last invention. As you are no doubt aware, my father was an inventor when he was alive, and you are gathered here today to see his last
Thank you,
revolutionary...
Paddington. I'll take it from here.
I'm sorry, Knightsbridge?
Shoot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the last unveiling of Professor Westminster St. Pancras' greatest invention. Now, I was his assistant when he was here with us in the mortal realm, and he gave me this letter to read on this occasion. Hello, Knightsbridge, Paddington, Trafalgar. My dear Victoria, assembled scientists and public. If you are hearing this letter, I am already dead. I have entrusted these words to my assistant, Knightsbridge, who is like the son I never had. For the device I have to reveal today has properties that have never been seen before.
Wait one coal mining minute there, Sunshine. It may come as a surprise to you that I am not in fact an urchin. I am in fact Inspector Castle of Scotland Yard, Master of Disguise, and I'm investigating the disappearance of my colleague, Detective Elephant, who was in turn investigating the nefarious deeds heaped upon yon late Professor St. Pancras. Not only is that letter a bit dodgy, but there's someone out there in the audience, if they raise their hand, who is one of my urchin informants, who has seen two of these up to something nefarious last night. So, could you kindly raise your hand if you're out there? You just have to point at them, and not much else. I'm going to pick on someone otherwise. There you go. So which of these two did you see?
That one with the hat.
That one with the hat, and anyone else?
The one next to that.
Oh, the two brothers.
Oh,
What were they up
boys.
to?
Fighting.
They were fighting behind the Crystal Palace.
I'm not too old for that.
Mighty bad manners, that.
Indeed.
Be that as it may, this letter still needs to be read. There's important information to get out. You can continue your investigation when our business is concluded.
Very well.
Where was I? For the device I have to reveal today has properties that have never been seen before, and the ownership of it, along with all of my assets and my estate, has been left to one sole benefactor in my will. And the barrister bearing the will should be in the audience tonight? Somewhere? Ah, yes, Barrister Kensington Gardens, everybody. Barrister, who present today is the sole inheritor of the entire estate, the invention, and all the assets?
Paddington.
Paddington St. Pancras.
Well, I am the one best qualified to deal with the machine, I suppose. Thank you, Maida.
Which, of course, only leaves the device itself.
Oh,
I know.
disgusting.
My toast rack.
Of course, to those well versed in science, its purpose and its fuel are obvious. Do we have any prominent scientists in the audience tonight? Anywhere? Ah, my Lord Professor.
Good evening.
Would you care to tell us what this machine is fueled by and what purpose it serves or what it produces?
Well, it's fueled by sunflower oil.
It's fueled by sunflower oil.
Makes sense.
Exactly. You go through that tube in the side
Right.
to the ignition system within the main body of the machine.
Ah, so it's a sunflower oil engine of some sort.
That's correct, my lord, yes.
Well, what possible use could that be?
No idea.
Thank you, my esteemed colleague.
Father obviously had some purpose in mind for it.
And of course, with this left to you, Paddington, I trust you'll take good care of it.
Oh,
And that's my job done. Talk amongst yourselves. There's an open bar around here somewhere.
Gin time!
well, time to investigate my machine, I believe.
Time to investigate what my boys were doing. Scuffling like common urchins.
I don't
No
think-
offence.
I don't think it's, Inspector, surely that's not relevant
You made
anymore.
a slight upon my honour. Yes,
You have honour?
I do. Buckets of it. Spades.
What is it?
Hidden.
Somewhat old buckets.
That's
Rusty.
exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. I was just walking along, minding my own business,
Hardly.
and then I said hello to a beautiful woman on the street.
A beautiful woman who's not your fiancée.
I can say hello to whatever damn well woman I'd like to say hello to.
It was a tone of voice. I didn't feel it was appropriate. And, as your brother, and a man of honour, I felt it was only right and proper to step in.
But maybe it's best if we just act out the whole situation with Mother as a beautiful woman, And we can just
Right.
let her decide.
Very well. Let us do so.
What do I need to do?
You just stand there and promenade.
Oh, it's been years since I've done this.
So I was walking along, and then I saw you.
I was
I went-
standing, minding my own business.
Hello, madam. That,
Carry on, please. I apologise. I was
Thank you,
with
madam. I didn't want her to escape by her just promenading past, so I had to step in the way.
Well, that does put an end to my promenading.
It does. It also shows my incredible dice strength.
Yes. I, noticing this occurrence, turned to my brother, dear Trafalgar, and, stepping up to him, you could resume the pose, it's important, saying, "Now look here, old bean, I don't believe this is quite right and proper. You're impeding this young woman's path, and I believe this is improper behaviour."
I turned to him, I said, "Paddington, you've cramped my style one too many times. I will not stand for this." Giving my hat to the young woman, I said, "Queensberry rules, sir."
Being, of course, not very well versed in the art of Queensberry rules, I threw myself at him.
Ah! No! Ah, overpowered by a buffoon.
And I believe you can fill in the rest of yourselves.
I think the urchin has a grudge after we fell on him.
How
Yes.
did you retrieve your hat?
Well, the young lady was impressed by my physical prowess and stayed around to talk to me afterwards.
Did she not?
Hardly. I believe she was
Did she
talking
not?
to you in the presence of the police, giving evidence.
Some people might see it as that. Other people would see it as just mere pretense for being able to spend more time in my pleasant company.
I'm
Inspector?
pretty certain there's a docket waiting for you back at the station when this business is concluded. You've got a night in the docks, laddie.
Yeah, bureaucracy.
As always, justice without. Thank you, Inspector.
No problem. I'll leave you to your machine then.
Well, as you can see, Mother, there really was nothing to it. Yes, of course, nothing more suspicious about that whatsoever. So, my machine.
Yes, and the ownership of the house, wherever I live. You'll keep me well, won't you?
Do I get the house as well?
It was the entire estate. Not paying attention is one of those things that...
Yes, but, I mean, the machine, that's
What
something...
for? What good is it?
Well, it's good for science. Can you not see that, Mother?
No!
Well, yeah, Mother. You never were very good at understanding science. You see, the importance of this machine is if we can work out a way to transform sunflower oil into motion of some kind, it'll be a
Right.
fantastic way of getting rid of all of the excess sunflower oil lying around the place. We just throw it into the machine, burn it, and then it's gone.
Oh, that's handy. Just like we're doing with all that coal we have. Just lying around. Some of those trains don't even go anywhere.
Yes, something like that, Mother. I think those might be ones stopped in the station, but never mind. We'll do so much in on those trains. Well, the actual mechanism itself seems relatively straightforward. I put that down, Mother. That could be dangerous. You have no idea where it's been.
Your father's lab. That's bad enough.
Oh, yes. You never went down there very much, did you?
I tried not to. I
Well,
mean, sometimes I'd have to go in there to retrieve a, vital shoehorn or a child.
oh, yes. That did happen a few times. I had a terrible habit of sleepwalking.
Right.
There's one thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
Precisely. Knightsbridge. Knightsbridge?
Yes, young master?
Yes, you were with Father when he was designing this, weren't
Yes, I was.
you? What's the purpose of that?
That? But why that's the a balance that controls which direction the motion is leaving.
Does that matter? Make sure it's
Yes,
simply
no,
a device
no.
of burning sunflower oil.
No. By combusting the fuel internally and turning it into motion, we have a considerably more efficient machine than those steam engines you are so fond of.
Knightsbridge, please. You can't seriously be suggesting this will replace steam.
Yes,
You have been at the gin already, haven't you, Knightsbridge?
a bit. But that
yes,
doesn't change the science.
Knightsbridge.
This will revolutionize everything.
Knightsbridge. Knightsbridge. Who was the assistant?
I was.
Thank you very much. Now, I appreciate your thoughts.
In 150 years' time, metal chariots, which drive themselves, will roam the country.
Knightsbridge, which gin were you having?
The one that Professor brewed.
Is that on the bar?
No, we brought it up from the lab, a cask of it. It's a little strong, but
Where is it?
it's good. Oh, it's over by the tableau of kittens taking tea.
I think I may need to restrain her from this one. Look after Machine Knightsbridge, thank you.
Bonjour.
Tout à l'heure, Eiffel Tower, croissant, baguette, pain, fromage, oui,
Oh,
oui.
I see you speak the Normandy kind of French.
Oui.
I mean, I'm well versed in French, but that doesn't sound anything like it.
Chateau Jean-Paul Gaultier, Arc de Triomphe.
Oh, a telegram! Telegram. A telegram from Professor Vale.
Oh, how exciting. Huh. Unusual changes in the sunflower futures market. Get in quick. I wonder why they felt the need to put sunflower in. Is there something dirty about sunflowers that I haven't yet realised? I know I spend a lot of time in the lab and don't get out very much, but I thought sunflowers were just flowers.
Oh, baguette, truffle, cream, fish, chateau noir, oui, Moulin Rouge.
How would you know about sunflowers and their erotic uses?
That's If Mademoiselle Angèle really does not speak English, then she of course won't understand when I insinuate that her fiancé's thighs are the most strapping thighs I've ever seen in my life.
Maida,
Yeah.
I thought the other thing we could have a little bit of time alone was this, with you, me, and this sunflower.
Where did you get your sunflower?
Oh, I just picked it from the exhibit of the Royal Horticultural Society.
The Royal Horticultural Society.
Yes, they grow flowers.
Yes, but do you not know that as a member of the Royal Science Society, we are the sworn enemies of the Royal Horticultural Society?
Why does no one send me these memos?
You never read them properly. You think the secret handshake is a joke.
It is quite funny.
Qu'est-ce que c'est les bruits? What?
Can I have a word alone with my wife?
I need to go and investigate the sunflowers.
Our plan is working, my dear. Ah, yes. I know you turned me into a naturalized Frenchman on my visit to Calais. But now I'm almost close to being the final step to becoming a true Frenchman.
And that is when you get the device and you bring it back to France for the Académie Scientifique de Paris.
Oui, and getting a mistress.
A mistress.
Oui. I thought you said that every Frenchman has a mistress.
A French mistress.
French mistress? You didn't say that. I've been lunging in front of Maida Vale all day.
Oh!
Look at these muscular thighs.
No!
No woman can resist these.
She cannot be your mistress. She is British and she wears trousers. What are you thinking, man? No. And also, what is this about your brother inheriting the device?
Well, I thought he would give it to me. I am the business brains of this relation of the
He
whole
is a
family.
scientist.
Maybe I should have thought of that in advance.
What do you mean in advance?
Well, I tried to become a member of the Royal Society of Science. But by the time they approved my membership, he is dead. And
Your
then-
father.
Oui, he is dead.
So you didn't have anything to do with that?
No.
No.
You think I would kill my own family? I'm French, not a monster. Telegram! Oh, I love a French telegram. Oh, yes. Telegram? Where's telegram? I heard a bell.
No.
No bell. That is disappointing.
Get out of there! You look ridiculous!
Just a phone. Telegram bell. I feel like such a fool.
See, I assumed that you had killed your own father in order to accelerate the inheritance. You know, I would not have judged that. It's so
Darling, we have no secrets. You know I'd never kill anyone without telling you in advance first.
But you go lunging in front of these British trousered scientists without my okay.
You are not specific on the nationality of my mistress.
Well, how would you feel if I had secretly had some affair in the past with some snotty English scientist type, like someone like your brother?
Well, I think an awful lot less of you for liking my brother, the idiot.
Well, it's a good thing that did not happen then.
He is a buffoon, as I believe we say in French.
Yes, that is perfect. Well done.
Ah,
Oh,
merci.
no, of course not. It's a good thing that nothing did happen with your brother then, because that would be awkward.
This gives me an idea, however.
Ah?
Oui. There are two ways this can play out. One, or should I say, the machine is taken away by Paddington to its basement in my mother's house. There, he will play with it forever until he inevitably breaks it in one of his freak explosions. The other way The Royal Society will somehow manage to manipulate him with promises of membership until they get the machine.
Ah, and the sneaky miser.
Oui. Now, we need a backup plan for both of these situations. Now, if Paddington is to walk off with the machine, then I'm afraid my lunges will have no effect on him. Just practice them for now. Ah, oui. Sorry, my dear, is there a problem? Well, if the second of those happens, maybe it would be useful for me to cultivate my relationship with Mademoiselle, so I can seduce her to giving me the machine before I leave her high and dry while we go low and wet on a boat to France. No.
Oui.
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 But there's... Sir,
Oui, my dear. Or Jean Maldor. Believe that is French also from Brittany dialects.
there's one more thing.
Excuse me.
Ah, Inspector. Oh, I didn't expect to see you there.
Sorry, if you were going to finish off you one more thing.
I was just
Ah, no. The one more thing was that I adore my fiancé here, and no, that was all. Au revoir.
Ah, my little pamplemousse, as they say in France.
Indeed, I'll take your word for it. Now, if you don't mind, I must have a word with Maida Vale and your mother.
Oh, so I'll go and get her. She's in the bar, I believe, and she always is.
So Maida, we've known each other a long time,
Yes,
and you're less stupid than my son,
definitely.
and less crazy than my assistant minion of my husband.
Yes, yes.
My crazy assistant husband minion thinks this has a use beyond burning sunflower oil.
Ridiculous.
He thinks it can make things go
Go where?
wherever you like, instead of coal.
No. You know me, Victoria. I am a strong advocate of coal.
Well, can you take a look at this and tell me if that's gibberish? He is very strange, is Knightsbridge, and this is a magnificent gin.
You enjoy the gin.
If that replaces coal, the whole north of England goes out of business. Cannot stand for that.
Well, I'm not convinced about the sunflowery goey business.
You know,
Real slushy.
this might just work. This can't be allowed to work.
Yes.
We wouldn't be reliant on coal anymore.
No.
We could
I was
use all
hoping
those-
that you would inherit it, being the only sensible scientist.
This has to be destroyed.
Indeed. But while it's under Paddington's inheritance, we can't touch it.
It's all Teddy's got, apart from the money in the house, and his poor dreams of making kittens that dance. Ah, bonjour, Inspector, Victoria. Madam. I don't know, she's French. You could have done anything, really. Stepped on a croissant, I don't know. Oh wait, Paddington. The tall was the one.
I think he was...
I think she wants Paddington. No, the one you're getting off with is Trafalgar. Ah, oui. Oh wait, Paddington. See, tall. It's a tall. What's the one? Teddy! For inexplicable reasons, your brother's fiancé is saying your name, along with some French.
Oh, yes. No, nothing suspicious about this at all.
Maida thinks it would work.
No, I'm very sort of disappointed, Teddy. But there's absolutely no way that this could ever work. Sunflower, for one thing, sunflowers are out of season.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But
It's,
even if they
yes.
came, the machine is useless. I've had a look inside. It will never work. Coal is the only way. Coal is the future.
That's what I
Well-
heard you were saying a moment ago.
Well, if you could go and talk to Knightsbridge and tell him that he's got some really strange ideas, I think he's a little bit drunk.
Indeed. It's probably best that you hand this over to the Royal Society so nothing bad can happen from it. And so that nothing bad can happen to you.
Excuse me, Inspector.
You were
he's
saying
gone.
quite the opposite a moment ago when you had your arm buried elbow deep inside it.
Mother, you've been drinking again, haven't you?
I have, it's fucking marvellous.
Yes, Mother.
I'll just go and
Yes, please,
deal with
see that
that.
she sobers up. And thank you for the second opinion, made her very useful.
Paddington,
Angel?
it's very good to see you again.
Telegram.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, very good to see you. Excuse me. Thank you, sir. Ah, Mother. No. Maida, wait for... Thank you. It's for you,
I
Mother.
want to read a thing.
Yes,
Shall I
Mother.
hold your glass while you...
My very strong gin. The French have confiscated all the gin. No! The French!
Sorry, something
You! French woman, explain this!
No, Mother.
Ah, baguette croissant! In English! S'il vous plaît, les plages Napoleon. Where's all the gin?
Can I help out here at all?
You
There's
do
some rain
speak.
bushes.
Speak the thingy that she speaks. Baguette croissant, Jean-Paul Gaultier from my chateau.
And put the Eiffel Tower, oui.
They haven't stolen
Let's
my
have a look at
husband's special gin. I'll
It
take Knightsbridge.
says all the gin.
all the gin. Oh, do you not know that the spice route comes from China through India, over the Great Wall of India, which is less famous than the Great Wall of China now I think about it. But there, nonetheless. You mark my word to the businessman, I've heard about such things. Anyway, the route goes over there, through Pakistan and Afghanistan, over the tundra and steppes, through Europe and through France before it gets to Europe. And you know, on that spice route, that's where juniper berries come from. And juniper berries are where you get gin.
This is made of fruit.
It is.
It's good for you.
Oh,
It's 3 of your 5 a day per glass. That's why you look so healthy, Mother.
must be the healthiest woman in the empire.
But if the French are not going to give you any more juniper berries, then I'm afraid there's no more gin.
And if they've stolen husband's special gin, I got it from Knightsbridge.
Yes, Mother.
Knightsbridge!
So, Maida. Oh, did you drop a pencil?
Oh dear.
Let me get that for you.
Excuse me, brother. Can
Yes?
you remember our polite conversation from last night?
No, I can't. Maybe you could whisper it into my ear. That conversation? What possible relevance could that have to this situation?
Well, I believe there was something along these lines involved last night as well.
Didn't even know you could do that, Teddy.
I've been practicing.
Some very conflicting feelings in my breast right now.
I'm very sorry you had to witness that, Maida. I felt it was important to
Oh,
jog my brother's memory.
It's fine. I saw it all last night.
Maida, I believe that the bar is open. I think that we shouldn't linger in Teddington's company anymore, if that's possible. Why don't you join me?
It's probably safest if you go with him. He has his moods sometimes.
Seigneur sacre!
Right.
Oh,
Thank you kindly, sir.
who's this for?
I have no idea. Give me a second to read it. Oh dear. I'm reading my brother's telegrams. Trafalgar!
Trafalgar?
Yes, brother?
Oh. Read it!
To Trafalgar. Nature paper accepted. Stop. Royal Society membership approved. Stop. Ah. Apparently I'm a double member of the Royal Society. Unless they mean Royal Horticultural Society.
What?
But you would not apply for such a thing.
Well, I do have a weakness for sunflower, as I believe all couples do.
I will...
Look at it blossom open like that. Look at the dark recesses of seed there. So tasty.
But I thought you always wanted to be a member of the Royal Society for the future planning of things.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Maybe you should go and look into this and
Yes.
sort it out.
No one needs to know anything.
No.
Do they, Paddington?
Um,
I mean, you're not a member of either. I mean, I could give you one of my memberships. If you were to keep quiet, that is.
you'll do such a thing?
Maybe. Do you like gardening?
I believe we need to do some negotiating about this.
Well, just keep your mouth quiet for now and we can sort something out later.
Paddington, I don't know what to be engaged to that idiot for one more moment.
I can understand completely. I did not know why you got engaged with him in the first place.
Because we had so many grand plans together.
You and him had plans? He can't plan what suit he wears in the morning.
I got him a little list pad which has the numbers down the side, so all you had to do was fill it in from the top.
I suggested that to him for years. Well, thank you for making it easier for him, but still, I just don't understand it. Do you understand it?
This device. Do you understand what this device can do?
It burns sunflower oil, nothing more than that. Why is the device important now? I thought this was about us.
Because it
do need to work on your English. I've told you this many times. But wait, you said a minute ago you didn't want to be engaged with my brother anymore. Does this mean that there's still a chance for us?
Well, listen,
Do you want a dictionary? Would that help?
Listen, I am a member of the Académie Scientifique of Paris.
What?
I kept it quiet from your brother, but with this machine, I know enough that this could revolutionize the world. I thought that this was technology was decades away, yes, but honestly, this could change everything.
But by burning some... You've been drinking the same gin as Knightsbridge, haven't you?
It's very tasty gin, but that's besides the point. Sunflower oil is produced in France.
So, in other words, you have an excess to get rid of in France, so it's more useful in France, of course.
Let's say that, yes.
Yes, now, yes, that makes perfect sense. You French scientists aren't up really up to much, but if I could come and help...
Well, yes, that would be ideal. I mean, Trafalgar, I thought he was going to inherit and he was going to get the device and then we could bring it over to the Academy. But no, you have inherited and that's just so convenient given my reawakening feelings for you.
Of course, yes, that doesn't feel at all suspicious.
This is very good gin. Nice good.
Yeah?
You're a very short man. I thought you were taller.
Only sometimes.
Oh. How could you have kept this from me? Oh,
Well,
it's marvelous.
we saved it for the lab work.
This much we saved from the French. Yeah, you didn't get it all. I feel that I should explain the gin theft. Obviously, as one French person, I represent all the French people. Your French hive mind at work? There has been a shift in trade in France lately, and gin was required to fill a certain gap which had been left vacated.
That sounds very tedious.
Yes, well, you could call it that. It was a sort of business vacuum in that there was a lot of supply and demand, but it was not the same sort of demand which people were making, and so something was required to fill the gap. There are a lot of dishes being fried in gin at the moment in France. It is quite a new, elegant flavour.
Sounds like a waste of good gin to me.
Yes. Does he drink a lot of this? Nice fridge.
Yeah, what's this? We had it when we were doing the device, because we found in the early evening, when you had a glass, you work much better.
That will be the fruit. No, the
And
health.
in the later evening, when you've had two glasses,
Something wrong, Professor Vale?
you put your clothes on wrong.
Knightsbridge,
Right,
second, please.
Paddington, I need a word with you alone.
Very well.
There's still a small supply of gin in the bar, if you wouldn't mind.
Did you not
I'll
have the
speak to
clothes on
Inspector.
when you were doing the inventing? Honestly, Knightsbridge.
Is something wrong, Med? I felt, what's the... I didn't see that.
Paddington, as you know, you have applied for membership of the Royal Society on numerous occasions.
Yes,
And
and
we
you've rejected me very, well, it started off courteous. It's slightly more terse after that. Anyway, you had a point?
Yes, we may have been slightly too hasty in rejecting you last time.
And they come to their senses at last.
And in exchange for the device, I would be prepared to grant you membership here and now.
Of the Royal Society of
Science.
Science, of course, science.
What other Royal Society would you want to be a member of?
Oh, none, sorry, apologies.
Exactly.
So, yes, the British Society, not the French Academy.
No.
Which is entirely irrelevant to this, so I don't know why I brought it up. Very sorry. So you want the machine, do you?
Yes, yes.
I'm going to have to go and consult with people about that. Legal people. Not French people. Legal people, yes.
But membership, it's what you've wanted since you were 3.
Sometimes people change when they grow up.
Your earliest applications were written in crayon.
Sometimes they learn to want other things.
You're speaking English.
Ah, yes. I picked it up here and there, possibly while my future fiance was lunging at you.
I didn't ask him to lunge in my direction. I just
No one ever does, but he does. And you didn't tell him to stop.
Well, last night I was just walking down the street and clearly neither you nor he recognised me when you had a fight in front of me. Last night?
He was doing it last night?
They had a fight in the street.
He told me he was visiting the orphanarium last night. With flowers and toys and really I should have been a bit more suspicious.
Maybe we can have a discussion in private. I think I'm intruding, very sorry.
Hello, ladies. instruction. You grab the machine and you try to make a run for it, please.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Oh no! My pocket watch. Ugh. I dropped it on the floor, Mater. Looks like I better bend down to pick that up. Oh, can't quite reach.
Just try a little, try a little harder.
Oh, maybe I should lunge for it.
Excuse me, sir. That is
Yes?
highly offensive. You
No,
have been
stop!
warned before about lunging in the Crystal Palace.
Outside the Crystal Palace last time. This is
And
the...
now I'm warning you, inside. Do not lunge, or it'll be longer than a day in prison.
I mean, yes, Inspector.
If Queen Victoria sees that, you'll have hell to pay.
Yes, Inspector.
Were you just insulting me, sir?
No.
Were you just insulting me?
Yes, I was.
I'm a maverick Yorkshireman.
There's nothing to lose.
You'll never lunge again, boy.
Oh.
Not after I'm through with you.
My lunging days are over.
Oh, well, in that case, you and I are through.
I feel I should say sorry, darling. I'm hooking up with your brother.
My dear, I'd done French for you.
I know. Well, it was a slight improvement, but still not close enough to fix your deep personality flaws.
Knightsbridge,
Yes.
I think this gin might not be full of health. I read this in a book once.
I think you're right.
Inspector, this device is far too... Look what it has done already. The world is not ready for this device.
No, the British Empire is not ready for this device.
The British Empire is the known world.
Except for France.
Aye, and we beat you in a war about, what, 20 years ago?
And we beat you in the photography competition downstairs on the ground floor yesterday.
She has a point.
But you know what I beat you at? Destroying devices.
Never will this be used to supersede coal. Never.
What have you done? Only Professor St. Pancras can fix this.
And he is dead.
I know that.
How do you know that?
Because this is the unveiling of his last invention.
Whereas I know that because I was the one who killed it. Ah.
Oh, please. Does it come as a surprise to you? We couldn't let this come out into the world.
What?
Britain would be destroyed. That's why I had made a job in with the gin. We poisoned it. It's super special stuff. He knew too much as well. No one can make this work again. Internal combustion is deader than his lunging ability.
True.
Except there is still one scientist left in the St. Pancras family.
He's a failed scientist. He couldn't fix that with a
His membership is awaiting further experience in certain fields and research.
Oh, we just invented that because it was politer than saying you suck.
You really think that?
We all think that.
Here I was packed to go to France, but I see now.
No! Waiting, Tom! Your membership in the Academy Scientific is still waiting for you.
I see now that I can't run away from our responsibilities.
We can take this with us.
No, I have to prove myself here, or not at all.
Teddy, I think I'm dying of poison.
I can prove you wrong, Maida Vale. I'm no failed scientist.
Paddington,
Don't you do that. You don't know what it would do to us.
The world is not yet ready for this.
Then we will make the world ready.
In several decades, perhaps.
Failed
Mother.
scientist, am I?
What's it going to do?
Did you make a thing, Teddy?
He has, Mother. You can finally be proud of your other son as well.
It's combusting.
Is it going to move?
That's nice.
Needs attached to something to move. Maida Vale, hold this. And we press this button here. And commence the moving.
Wow, that's uncanny. It's also surprisingly heavy, especially from this angle.
And we stop it.
Teddy, you finally did something right. I can die of this horrible poison in peace.
I think she's asleep, actually. She's still breathing.
Oh, it's okay then.
Yes. You tried to make me go to France.
Well, France is quite lovely this time of year.
No, my place is here. Go back to my brother.
But
With
I
his
would-
lunging,
If I cannot have you, I will not have either of you.
I have my machine now.
You
And as for
ruined
you
us
two,
all.
no, I've made this empire great. Go now in shame. Go back to Yorkshire and your mining.
We'll have no mining left. You'll see us on the pickets, on the walls. You think you're high and mighty here in London. You just wait until a ton of shit is falling on your head.
Yeah.
Speaking of shit, I'm going to go and rake some manure at the Royal Horticultural Society.
What?
You don't need lunging there. I'll live in shame there for the rest of my life.
You should probably go with him.
But flowers!
He's a very cultured man. That's about all he's got left now.
Paddington, if you ever change your mind, you know where I am. It's the open bar.
And so, the Empire made great once more. Some corpses and sleeping people and some degree of heartache. Thank you all for attending the unveiling of Professor St. Pancras' last invention. Good night.